What's up, YouTube? Nick here. Not much going on. As I said before in a past video, I'm working on a nerf modding project, combining a firefly with a barricade. Currently, it is in a pile of wires and plastic. I have gotten most of the cutting down. I've got most of the wiring figured out. This is my first mod project, and I'm so excited to see it finished and just every step I've gone along the way. Like I have no experience with modding before or merging blasters. I have no wiring experience and no soldering experience, so I'm trying to keep as much of the original wiring as possible because I would like to keep the flash bulb from the firefly active when you pull the trigger. And that's the one thing I'm having the most difficulty with, is trying to infuse that relay switch from the trigger from the firefly into the barricade, which just seems to be causing the most problem. And then I just gotta, slap it all together, put a nice paint job on it, and it should be really nice. I also had to pull the safety out of the trigger because it was seeming to be temperamental and causing the blaster not to fire at all. That's why I got the barricade at such a cheap price, because it was A, from a second-hand store, but B, because it seemed to not work, simply because there was a malfunction with the safety. And so yeah, that's where that's going. I went on a really small Nerf thrift store run today. The first stop seemed to prove unwilling to bear anything. There was a few clips, the little 8-round ones, and a bag of darts. I didn't need either of those, so I passed it up. The second store, I hit the jackpot. Unfortunately, I only was able to walk away with a couple of them. And I got here what I got, the two blasters I walked away with, and I'll describe what else was there. The first one was the Siege Fire. It is a pump action revolver style. This one, the drum does not move out like some of the other ones, like the Maverick and those other kind of blasters. It is a 15 dart capacity, which is pretty large for a drum style, revolver style blaster. I've shot just a few darts through it to test it, and it seems to be in very well working condition. And what's cool about this one, it also has slam fire, so you can just hold the trigger and just keep firing. Not many Nerf blasters allow you to do that. I plan to open it up. I plan to look it over. I don't, as far as right now, I don't have any plans to modify it in any way. Just another one to add to the collection. I also picked up another Firefly. This one is the basic yellow paint job, and then the other one I'm modding is the End Strike blue paint job. This one's the standardized yellow. The plan for this one is also to chop it up and incorporate it into another blaster. I don't know exactly what I'm going to incorporate it with yet, but that is the plan for it. It still also does work with the flash bulb. It allows you to flash. So hopefully I can keep that intact and incorporate it into another project, which will come at some point down the line. Like I said, I still do not know what I want to incorporate it with. I know a lot of people like to add like the strife with it to have a flywheel blaster. I like to keep it with the drum capacity. That's why I'm using the barricade. I know other YouTube nerfers such as Wilcom and Captain Xavier are using the what's it called? It's this really sick thing. They're turning them basically into shotguns with this very high-powered, air-powered incorporation. They're really cool. Go check them out. But yeah, that's what I brought home. There was a Mega Mastodon. Those things are huge. They're like that big. This one unfortunately was missing one of the wheels. And the fact I don't personally like mega darts. I like regular standardized darts. The megas have never really, quote, tickled my fancy. So I left that one behind. There was one of the rival blasters, the pistol one. I'm terrible with the rival names. But it also had a jamming problem, and I've never gotten into the rival line. I like the standard Nerf darts. So left that one behind. It was busted, and I'm not a rival fan. There was a little Boomco pistol. It had a 5-wheel drum. It was just this nice little like compact thing. But like I said, I filled my quota with the 2 blasters for today, so that one got left behind. As always, there was a little Maverick, as there's one in every thrift store you can possibly find. And then there was a second Firefly. There was actually 2 Fireflies there. And I walked out with this one because it was $2 cheaper. The exact same yellow paint job, original Firefly, exact same working order, and it was a $2 difference. So I'm like, I'm going to go with the cheap one. And so yeah, I walked out with the Firefly. There was the other one there. Yeah, and there was also one of the Star Wars, the little crossbows, but also had a jam in the trigger, and I don't have the arrows to go for it. And again, it was jammed, and I didn't want to fight with it to get it in working condition to have a blaster that I don't even have the arrows for. Anyway, I'm rambling. Like I said, a really small Nerf run for today. Just got the 2 blasters. Have big plans for my Firefly Barricade crossover. Very excited for my other Firefly crossover. Don't know what I'm doing for it yet. Stay tuned for the Barricade project and the new Firefly project, as I will post them to you guys as I get them up and going and working and getting them all tweaked and nice and pretty. Yeah, but I think that's going to do it for today's video. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.